straight out of high school, I was kind of just even when I was in high school, my last year running pretty well. I talked to a lot of coaches. I was kind of like feeling out for what they would coach like and trying to find like compatibility between how they saw track and field, how I saw track and field, and how they would like help me adapt to like new training and things like that. Because I feel like adaptation to new training and new things is such a huge part of joining a new team, a new college, and yeah, I think it also like comes down to the team. You have to kind of get to meet the team first, know the captains, see how they delegate stuff, see how they train, see how they motivate people, and just get a really good feel for the team before you just like fully decide on a university. It's a really big commitment to make. You got to spend like, well, you don't. I mean, you have to spend like 5 years with a team if you really commit to them, and if you really want to like hone down on a program and be committed and like pursue your goals and dreams of running track and field and or doing whichever sport you want, like whichever event you want in track and field, right? So it's a really big commitment there, and you really have to know and get a really good feel like that. I think it's so important when you're a grade 12 athlete to like start to do research and like start to call and start to talk to people about your post about your university commitments.
Did you do that in high school, or did you go out of your way and like were proactive, or you like mostly like just waited for coaches to contact you? Like,
I waited for coaches to contact me at first, and then after I kind of got a feel for it, then in like I took a couple years off, and then I started to like talk to a few more coaches and begin a dialogue between coaches to see where I would fit best at which university.
what do you eat before running? Like,
What do I eat
Mr.
before running?
Banana Man, you know?
Mr.
Like,
Banana Man.
Tell me about that.
Well, like
How did it start?
I definitely. How did the banana thing start? Well, I was just I went to Trinity Western University, was training under like a high mileage coach, and I hadn't really done high mileage before that, so I was like burning more calories. I could tell instantly when I started doing off day runs with the team, and when I started doing workouts and core workouts and cycling and all these things. That I was just like, I was starting to get taxed aerobically because I was like, or physically because I had not been eating enough food. You know what I mean? I wasn't used to being able to put out that amount of work ethic in a day consistently. And I was like, you know what? I need to like start doing my research and start figuring out how I can get more calories in, so then I can be able to be consistent with my training and be a healthy trainer. Because you have to eat a lot of food if you're going to do a lot of work, right? You can't skimp on your meals to stay lean. It's not the way it works. You got to eat your food first. You got to like get in what you need, taking all your proteins, your fats, your carbohydrates, get everything you need to train at like the best capacity. So from there, I was just kind of researching what Kenyan runners ate, and they eat like a lot of things like couscous and a lot of like high carbohydrate foods that have like a good quality protein in them. And so from there, I kind of incorporated that into my food, but I also incorporated bananas just because they were like such a good source of like different minerals. They had a good water quality, and they help like flush the body out. There's so many positive things with fruits, and so bananas is one thing I really liked. So I just started making smoothies with them. I just started eating like, I started off with maybe like 10 a day, and then I slowly like ramped it up to like 20 a day, and I was eating like 25 bananas a day for a
What's your
while.
record? What's your record?
I think like 30 bananas a day.
30 bananas
It was
in
like
one
30
day?
bananas in one day.
Nice.
And I was always consistent with that for the first couple years, like just eating like a like large quantity of like carbohydrates. But then like as my body kind of adapted to the training a bit more, I found I didn't have to eat as much, or I could eat like different foods. So I didn't have to like focus on something that was so easy to eat for me, like banana smoothies.
Like throughout, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like throughout university, I know like you would bike to work out and bike back and work
Yeah.
out there. Like, how'd you like stay motivated to like, I don't know, bring yourself to work out on a bike, to not even just like get a
Yeah.
ride or something?
No, it's like the cycling was really hard, honestly. Like I just knew it would pay off in the long run, because I've always been someone like, I started running in grade 12 and I wasn't very good when I started, but I had like a really good work ethic to keep training. So that's just something I built over years, just being wanting to be able to like do that work and like just build and build and build upon like how much endurance I would do. And I honestly, I think I just did more like training than a lot of people, and that's why I ended up being faster, because no one else was cycling 15K to school, or I'm then cycling to practice and then cycling back to school, doing more schoolwork, and then cycling home in the middle of the night, right? Especially in the wind and the rain and like the cold. Like I really think that like strengthened my like mentality. I really think I had like a really strong tenacity when it came to like my mental like fortitude. I was just able to like get through workouts, get through runs better, just because I was like consistently like pushing myself to get through that like difficulty, you know? Yeah.
And then, but you only started track and field in grade 12.
Yeah, I
Like
started in
what
grade
got you to
12.
start? You just like did you do other
It
sports
was
before or?
I did rugby in grade 8 and 9, and then I just didn't grow fast enough. So I was like, I just didn't do any sports in grade 10. I was just unmotivated to do anything because of the size difference. And then I just started bodybuilding in grade 11. So I put on like a decent amount of weight, a decent amount of muscle, decent amount of height. I just like grew a lot. And then from there, I had some really good friends in high school who all like pursued track and field. They had a great coach, Scott Kent, and he kind of just like was like, "Yo, let's you come train with us." So I started training with this group, and I was slow to begin with, but the whole team aspect of it, and everyone was kind of building each other up. And I think that team aspect just like sent me. It's like this is what I want to do. Like I want to be with like a team. I want a team to support me. I want to be supportive of my other teammates. I think that's just like such a huge thing for athletes nowadays. Just forming that team unity and just growing it from there. Because once you have like people to support you, like you can reach whatever goal you want.